you're a huge fan of the Wednesday show on Netflix, I think you're going to want to check out this amazing 1/6 scale figure that Hot Toys just announced. Let's jump into it. All right, so we're going to go through pretty quickly all of these images that Hot Toys just released on their Facebook page of the Wednesday Addams announcement. And we're going to start right here with the Jenna Ortega Wednesday Addams with the cello. I love this. I think this encapsulates the character very well. I really love this accessory to get this cello. I think it looks great. I can already tell the head sculpt has some great things going about it. I'm getting a lot of the likeness, at least for this image. I think it looks very similar to Jenna Ortega, but let's keep it going because certain angles we might lose that a little bit, but let's see. So right here, this was already kind of zoomed in because I wanted to kind of show the eyes. I think that Jenna Ortega's eyes are very unique, and it's something that they're going to have to get right. And I think for the most part they have. For whatever reason, this image right here in this area, I'm just losing a little bit of the likeness, but everything else, I think they're doing a really good job. I think they've really done a great job with the nose, the lips, even right here with the jawline, I think is very profound. And the braids even look really good. For this to be sculpted hair, this actually looks really good in my opinion. And we also got this, and we got the first image of the thing here, and this is awesome. I think this is amazing. This looks like it's going to be magnetized, and you can kind of put this anywhere. We're going to keep taking a look, but I'm pretty sure if I had to guess based on the show, we're going to get a ton of thing hands. And I'm already seeing that we're going to get a ton of hands for Wednesday as well. This is our iconic snapping fingers. By the way, the tailoring on this looks great for this school uniform. I am a big fan of how Hot Toys tailors their figures. I think it's great. If you have any figures like this that are like a suit type of material, in my experience anyway, I've always had a really good experience with that. They do a really good job there. And I love these snapping fingers. I think that looks great. And again, the more I'm looking at this head sculpt, the more I'm thinking they did a great job. Again, just right in this area around the eyebrows and the top of the eyes. Every once in a while, it looks a little bit off, and I don't know if that's just a me thing or if I'm being too critical, but I'm seeing a little bit right here that looks a little bit off to me sometimes. Right here, I think the likeness is perfect. So sometimes it all takes a different look. It all takes a different image. And right here, you can kind of see her with her book here. That's amazing. I love that purple contrast with the black suit here. School uniform here, and again, I keep looking at this braided hair. I think it looks really good. Again, this is sculpted hair. I think it looks great. You can kind of see a little bit of zoom in here on the head sculpt, and I personally think that if I'm like selling this figure and I'm Hot Toys, I am showing off this picture to show off the Jenna Ortega head sculpt. I think that they knocked it out of the park right here with this image. This looks fantastic. I think they did a great job here. Some great work done on the head sculpt department. That looks completely like the character in my opinion. And here we go, and I'm starting to really get the likeness. So I don't know if it's just the straight on look or what. Maybe I was just being too critical. Maybe I had to get, accustomed to it. I don't know. But now I'm starting to really see the likeness, and you can kind of see more. You even see the black fingernail polish here. You got the snapping finger here. You got her backpack here. So we're getting a lot of the same images. Again, they're really wanting to show off that head sculpt, it looks like. And right here, this is a great image for people who are like really big fans of the accessories. And we're seeing more of that. Again, they're really showing off the thing. So again, we got multiple thing hands. It looks like magnetic. That's going to be able to magnetize on certain parts of places. You got these snapping fingers again. And here we get to see the base. So again, if you like these circular bases, it looks like it's magnetized base. So now the price point is going to be up there. If this is a magnetized base, again, if you're somebody who's not normally collects Hot Toys, each of these accessories, each of these things that make it a more deluxe figure, or a more premium figure, you're going to get up there in price a little bit. And just with this base, I could see this adding a little bit to the price. Full transparency, I haven't been collecting as many figures as I used to, so I don't know if this is like just a new thing they're doing or what, but this looks really good. And we can kind of see this. I really love the folded arms, and we get a lot of different hands. I'd be interested to see how many hands we're getting with interchangeable hands we're getting with this figure. Again, you're kind of seeing the Jenna Ortega head sculpt again. You got the thing. So this is definitely magnetic base because here's the thing magnetized to it. I actually really like this base. I think it looks really good. Circular bases, I personally like them, but I'm still mixed on the magnetized base. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't. You can kind of see more of this with the tailoring. They're really showing off that snapping finger motion. Got her with the cello here. I think that this personally is a great way to pose your figure, because if you're somebody who doesn't really care about the magnetic base, you don't really want to deal with it, you don't feel like you have to have it, this is a great way to to pose this character, especially if you're a fan of the show. Like if you're a fan of the show, obviously most of us that are going to be thinking about picking up this figure are, but if you're a fan of the show, you're definitely going to want to find a way to pose it to really represent this character, and especially this version of Wednesday Addams. Like this is a big part of her character with this cello, so I think that's a great image there. This is great too. Man, every time I think I got it figured out, they throw something else in there, and this is great with the umbrella. I'm not really sure what the material of this umbrella is, but this looks really good. Still getting a lot of good likeness here with the Jenna Ortega sculpt. And we kind of see more of this image, more of the same here that we just saw. Again, you're seeing the different hands here. So again, man, it looks like we're gonna get a lot of interchangeable hands with this figure. This is a really cool shot. You see her reaching out here, and this is just another great accessory that's added to the show. Again, if you don't watch the show, I'll just let you watch the show if you're getting caught up and stuff. But you can kind of see her right here. The lightness from the side is really good. I think they've done a good job of hiding the seam right here with her jawline, because that's, again, and the sculpted hair I think looks great as well. So we are getting so many accessories from the show. I love that. I'm a big fan of accessories. I don't need a ton, but I like having them, you know? It's like one of those things that's nice to have, you know? It's like insurance, you know what I mean? You might not always need it, but when you do need it, it's nice to have it, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about this. Again, for whatever reason, from the straight ahead view, I don't know if it's just me, tell me if you think this in the comments, but I'm losing a little bit of the likeness here. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I still think it's a great likeness. But for whatever reason, the straight ahead shot is when it looks a little bit off to me. Here she is with the cello again, just a great image there. Again, I think this cello is the prime accessory for a lot of people, because you're either going to go cello or you're going to go no cello, and then you're just going to do the snapping fingers or different things like that. So it's kind of an important decision you're going to have to make with your display. And we can kind of see here separate rolling eyeballs, which is the norm now throughout all of the figures pretty much, or it should be. And again, I think they did a great job with the eyes here, especially on this image. I think they did a really good job with the rolling eyeballs. Again, Jenna Ortega has really unique eyes, so it's really cool to have that. And here we got the magnetically attached thing in different gestures. So we get 3 different gestures, all magnetized. That is fantastic. I love that addition there. And then finally, we see everything this figure comes with. You have the separate rolling eyeballs. You got the backpack here. You have the different accessories that we've already looked at, and you have a bunch of different hands. You got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you got 4 different sets of hands, not including the ones that it defaults with, I'm pretty sure. So overall, 5 different sets of hands you can use. It says screen accurate figure features a newly developed head sculpt with separate rolling eyeballs, meticulously crafted black hair sculpt with braided pigtails, screen accurate facial expressions, skin texture, makeup to capture Wednesday's signature deadpan charm. So right here, this is important. This is important. This is what a lot of people are going to be looking for. So the figure uses a newly developed body, standing approximately 27 centimeters tall with 25 points of articulation. That's really good. Replicating her physique in the show. It comes with 8 newly developed interchangeable hands for a variety of expressive poses, from mechanic finger snap to holding a range of different accessories. Precisely tailored Nevermore Academy uniform, striped blazer, magnetic shoulder features. Excuse me. So you're definitely getting the magnets in the shoulders, which makes sense. Excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. Packed with a range of accessories that includes a satchel, backpack, an umbrella, cello with bow, chair, tracker device monitor, crystal ball with carrying case, and the Nightshade Society journal featuring. Well, I know I said I would let you watch the show, but you'll just watch the show. I'm sure if you're here, you're watching the show. If you're thinking about spending $350 on a figure, you've probably watched this show. And then it says it's also magnetically attachable to Wednesday's shoulder. We already saw that. A specially designed round stone floor themed figure stand with the Wednesday logo complete this dark presentation, making a must-have collectible figure for fan of Wednesdays. Let's go full screen for my final thoughts. So overall, I think this is a great announcement. I think that the head sculpt is like 95% there. Only on the straight-on shots do I miss a little bit there. I think the accessories are the star of the show, whether it be the 3 different thing hands, the magnetic base, or the different things like the cello. And there's just so many ways you can pose this character. It kind of reminds me a lot of like the in-art figures when they have like the Harry Potter characters, because those characters have school uniforms, and there's so many ways you can pose those different characters. Now here's the thing, if you're somebody who doesn't collect a lot of Hot Toys, or you've never bought a Hot Toy before, but you're really a huge fan of Wednesday and you're wondering what the price point is, as of recording of this video, they don't have an official announcement of the price yet on Sideshow. I will link that in the description below as soon as I get that, But you can expect for this type of figure with the accessories they have, the magnetic base and all that, I'm thinking you could see it anywhere going from like $275 to $350. I mean, that's probably what I'm seeing is $275 to $350 depending. I'm not really sure, but you're gonna be looking around that price point, so just kind of keep that in mind. Overall, I think this is a really awesome announcement. I'm a big fan of how they're getting into the Netflix series to kind of bring us not only Wednesday, but we're also getting stuff from Squid Game. We're also getting some stuff from hopefully some other shows. We'll see if we ever get some Stranger Things stuff. We shall see. I'm not really sure if that's going to develop, but that'd be really amazing. But we will see. But overall, I think this is a really cool announcement, and I'm definitely intrigued by it because I'm a fan of the Wednesday show, and I just think it's a cool figure to have. And it kind of is like horror adjacent. So that would fit in with my horror collection and kind of my, I already got a Beetlejuice and some other stuff. So maybe even one day a Tim Burton shelf. We'll see. But overall, I think it's a great announcement. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.